Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Way of Life podcast. I'm your host, Gus Holland. Today I'm going to be joined by John Walch, who is a performing strongman based in Oregon. Me and John had a really good time talking, learned quite a bit about how he trains, and the different ways he helps out his community. Anyways, let's get into it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, sweet.
I don't use this very often.
Oh no, you're good, man. Well, thanks for joining me. That's awesome of you. So you're John Walch. It's Walch, right?
Yeah, Walch, W-A-L-C-H, yeah.
Okay, sweet. And basically, I've been following you on social media for a little bit, watching all of your strongman, your heavy lifting, and I know like last year you did a plane pull, right? Or attempted a plane pull, correct?
Attempted a plane pull for Oregon Special Olympics.
Yeah.
And it didn't really work out because the ground was wet and there was a slight incline.
Oh yeah.
And a caster wheel on the front of the device that helps pull the plane was sideways, so it was like fighting against that.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, my friends are like, I can see veins come out your head. I'm like, oh well, crap.
Yeah, well you tried at least, So.
Yeah, I'm gonna try again this year. So it's for a good cause. It helps the Special Olympics out, and yeah,
that's awesome. You have the donation link in your bio on Instagram, right?
I need to figure out how to put it in my bio on Instagram, but I'll get it up on my bio. That's actually a good idea. I didn't even think of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was mistaken. I thought it was already in there, but
no.
Well, anyways, I know you do a lot of like you do shows for like schools, right? Is that right?
That's the goal, is to do shows for schools. I just get invited to random places and events.
Okay.
To do steel bending. I like to inspire young kids to, like you're capable of more than you think you are. Because when I've been steel for people, and when I bend that piece of steel or roll up that frying pan, they think that's the coolest thing ever. And, I hope that makes an imprint on them and help them, because, that's what we're here for, is to inspire the future generation of strength sports and fitness. So.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'd say you're doing a pretty good job from what I can tell on your Instagram. But
thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome. I've seen you speaking of the steel bending, what is the biggest, or the thickest piece of metal that you've bent so far? Because some of them look pretty crazy.
Let's see here. I've done what is it? It was 3/8 inch thick by 2 inches wide. That was hard bar. It was about that one was about 40 inches long, but you chop it down, you get shorter and shorter, and it makes it harder and harder.
Yeah.
My goal is to do inch thick round stock.
Okay.
To bend that.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah. I've been chasing like steel bending for a little bit, but since the pandemic and stuff began, I got more into like long bar bending, and it's a lot of fun. And I like the old timey strongman stuff too.
Yeah, for sure. So, but you trained primarily, would you say, to compete in meets or?
Yeah, strongman contests, meets. That's how I train. Going against other guys, it's a lot of fun. I think it's a great community, the strongman community. It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I see you. Is that your garage that you post a lot of your training videos out of and on Instagram?
That's my friend. That's my friend's garage. He invites me over and works out with me. That's Jeff Walling. He's a good athlete. He's very smart. He helps me out a lot. So
Okay. Yeah, I noticed it's a pretty killer setup y'all have going.
Oh
on.
yeah, he has like literally every little piece you can imagine.
Yeah,
in there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So when is your next meet or competition?
That's gonna be next. Let's see here. Well, I have a grip contest on the 28th or 29th.
Okay.
Wait, 28th. I think it's 28th, the Sunday. It's going to be the Rolling Thunder championships for the Pacific Northwest. It's a tribute contest from a friend that passed away recently, Todd Beancraft. We're going to deadlift his car and hold it for time, and then do a whole bunch of other grip implements. And then after that, I got USS Nationals. I'm getting ready for it.
Okay.
In New Hampshire, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, as far as your strongman training goes, would you say you primarily work out at your friend's gym, or do you have other places you train as well?
I work out at my friend's gym, and then I have a gym membership at another spot, and then a couple other buddies invite me over to their house and help train together. Like we're just a tight knit community, and it's pretty awesome. Like there's surprisingly a lot of strong people around the Pacific Northwest here.
Yeah.
It's amazing because they're just walking around. Because sometimes you just pass by someone and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
And you meet them at a contest, and they're like, "Oh, you like strongman too?" Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I try to show on this podcast is like how positive and like non-intimidating the community is as a whole, and so that's pretty cool to hear.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of people get intimidated by the implements we use, but it's like just proper training and technique. You can lift those too. It's just a lot of people get freaked out about the Atlas stones, the giant boulders we lift.
Yeah.
Like you're picking up a car, and it's like, yeah, but there's a different way to pick it up,
Yeah.
It's not straight deadlifting it. It's you're like leaning. You have an opportunity to lean back against it more on heels. And that's where you get your power out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure. So what is what is your current goal with your strongman, like as far as like your next meet goes? Are you trying to hit like a certain amount of lifts, or is there a particular lift you're trying to like beat the time for or anything like that?
I've been working on my deadlifts. That's one of my worst lifts, honestly. I've been doing good at that. It's just I got hurt years ago, and that injury just lingers in the back of my mind, so I hold back on like deadlift and stuff. But I'm getting my power back, and getting more confident and stuff. I pinched a sciatic nerve a long time ago, and that still sometimes it flares up, and deads. And then I want, like, by the end of the summer, I want to do like maybe a 420 maybe 25-pound Atlas stone.
Dang.
And yeah, that's the goal. And then do a 1,600-pound yoke carry.
Okay.
So you've seen the yoke before, you know what those look like?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's the goal. Most I ever done was like 1,300 on those.
Okay. Well, that's a big jump.
Yeah, it is a big jump because you add just a little bit of weight and it just feels like it doesn't want to move sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
for sure. Now, for the listeners that don't know what a yoke is, could you kind of give a little bit more depth on that?
So a yoke is a apparatus that it's a rack and it has a thick bar that goes across it. And you can set it where your height, where your shoulders are. And you set it across your back, and you pick it up and you walk with it. And you set how much weight you want on it, and you just there's 4 sides on it, and you just move for. A lot of events is like you go down 50 feet, drop it, turn around, pick it up, and go back the other 50 feet. But you have 60-second time limit for that.
Okay.
Yeah, but as soon as you get up to like my weight, I'm going to like you just walk it like 15 feet or a couple steps because it's just so intense on the joints and stuff.
Yeah.
It's literal soul crushing.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Yeah, 1,600 pounds is like insane just to even think, like comprehend on your shoulders, you know?
Yeah. Like there's a technique with everything you go. Key thing is just learning how to like breathe and brace properly.
Yeah.
And especially as a movement event, you gotta learn how to like breathe and keep braced at the same time.
Yeah.
So you allow a little bit of air, bring in a little bit of air. And we make sometimes you'll hear guys running with a sandbag on their chest, and we make funny sounds when we run with weight.
Yeah. It's kind of necessary at that point when it's that heavy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh yeah.
That's insane. So so your event so you have you said it's a grip strength event in about 2 weeks?
Yeah, a grip strength event. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be a tribute event. We're going to be deadlifting my friend's old car. It's a 1970. It's a 1971 Chevy Nova.
Okay.
It was a stunt car in one of the Quentin Tarantino movies.
Oh, that's
Death
awesome.
Proof.
Oh,
so
really?
Death Proof. Yeah. So cool car. He still has the. So he fixed it up, and it still has a roll cage in it. It's like in the tractor seat and plexiglass and everything.
Yeah.
It's a cool car, and I've been working with his family, and we're going to be fundraising money for what is it? I can't remember that. It's an animal rescue hospital, and they rescue these animals, and donations go towards these rescues, and they can, like, people can adopt these animals in the future, and that's what my buddy Todd was all about. We'll host a contest, but all the proceeds will go towards like helping animals or helping children out and stuff. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Man, yeah, that's gonna be a heavy car. That's that's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably solid metal.
Oh yeah. Was it a show I did? He hosted was Chevy Yanko Camaro, and it was the Yanko Camaro from Too Fast Too Furious.
Okay, yeah,
and we deadlifted that and held it for time.
Really?
And I ended up winning that contest. I held it for 56 seconds.
That's crazy.
And I did that after I got hurt, like a couple months after I got hurt with my sciatic nerve. So I was like injured trying to hold this car up as long as I can.
Yeah.
And he had this like ridiculous. It was like a 5.5 foot trophy.
Oh yeah.
He won. So like I'm trying to like fit this giant trophy in my freaking little tiny car, my little Subaru, trying to get back to Portland.
Yeah.
Because I live about 50 miles away. So
yeah. That's crazy. So about how often would you say you train? Like, do you train like a little bit every day for strongman, or is that what's your method behind that, really?
So I train a little bit each day because my rest days aren't really a rest day. I'm still working on mobility and stretching and movement work, because if you don't do that stuff, you get all stiff and you can't move. And flexibility is very important for this sport because that equals strength. I work out probably like 4 times a week, mostly, and then I for strongman, and I practice steel bending every other day. So I'll sit there and start bending the 60D nails. I'll have a dental sack from Home Depot. I used to go and watch TV, bend those, and then practice on some long bar bending too. But and horseshoes too, bend horseshoes. That's a lot of fun. And I'm also working on bending wrenches. Right now, I'm perfecting it right now. But
that's crazy. I was just about to bring that up. I saw that crescent wrench. If it's the same one on your Instagram.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So people were like, "What?" It's like everyone thinks I'm just super, just crazy as hell. Yeah. Because when I go out to do volunteer work with the military or law enforcement, they'll like have all their guys jump on me and try to fight me, bring me down to the ground, like for the law enforcement thing. Yeah. I'm just fighting them all off, or like you see me pushing a Humvee around, the up-armored Humvee, which is like 17,000 pounds. Yeah. That's cool. And the soldiers are just standing like, that's just nuts. Like, yeah. That's, I mean, it's insane, but like you said, for like kids, it's, well, really for all ages, it is inspiring, like, how do you know how much that plane weighs? It's roughly between like, it's like 38 to 40,000 pounds. Golly. Okay. Yeah. So I have a friend, he has a trucking company, and he is going to let me pull his trucks, trailers around his yard, his trucking yard. Yeah. So that's cool. I'm going to train for that. I have better opportunities to, and the National Guard's going to let me pull their vehicles. They have like a fire truck out there that's like this giant wildland firefighting truck, because range catches on fire a lot out there because it's high desert where I go help train, and this thing's like 45,000 pounds with water in it. It's a beast. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, this truck is massive. So they're going to let me pull that, and then probably their troop carrier cargo truck is LMTV. So yeah. That's crazy. So I guess for your long-term goal, is there like, do you have something like you want to accomplish within like 1 to 5 years? Like, are you trying to be on TV or on, like they have those big strongman competitions on TV and stuff. So yeah, that's the goal. Like trying to qualify for like the world's strongest man and stuff. But those guys are on a whole nother level than I am. But that that's the dream. That's the ultimate goal. That's how you get better. And you just kind of like keep pushing towards that.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe get a little famous about my performing strongman thing.
Yeah.
With my steel bending and stuff, because I have ideas of I'm calling it like scary strong, because I love Halloween. Mm-hmm. And I make my own costumes and stuff, and I want to do like a performance of I'm dressed up in a costume. Mm-hmm. And I'm like breaking out of this cage, steel cage. I'm bending the bars, breaking the lock off.
Yeah.
Strength to escape,
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Like handcuffs and snap the handcuffs and all that. And I have like a that company. It's ballistics. They make ballistics gel skulls. It's like accurate representation, like a strength of the human skull. Mm-hmm. Well, I got one, and I'm going to be dressing up my costume. I'll be crushing it with my hands.
Really?
That's for Zoe. So it's going to be like crushing a real human skull.
That's going to be crazy, dude.
Yeah, like I can't do it on a real person because that's murder.
Yeah, exactly.
But so I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be dressed up in my costume and stuff, and I'll post that on social media. I'm thinking about starting like TikTok where I'm dressed up in my costumes. Yeah, and I'm like bending steel or lifting heavy stuff while I'm dressed up.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be so cool. Like I'm, when are you doing that? The skull crushing.
I'm waiting for one more thing to come in the mail, and then probably next maybe week or two.
Okay.
Because I have a friend. They have they're awesome photographers, mm-hmm. And he's a good buddy of mine that does the volunteer work. He started doing volunteer work, working with the military.
Yeah.
And they have really good cameras, and he's in what you call it? He's a military historian, book author, John R. Burning. Okay. And his office is in this Cold War era building. It's this like spooky building, because we go in there and train close border combat, mm-hmm. to help the military and police out. Yeah. So we go in there and train and get ready, but it's so dark and you can't really see anything. There's like these rooms that are like the whole walls are all rusted. It looks like Silent Hill.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, well, if I see like a Victorian child run across or a ball roll out in front of me, I'm just turning around. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah. Never engage.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So when you do the after your grip strength event, 2 weeks from now, you said when your next event, a competition,
it's going to be in June. End of June.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So leading up to that, do you have a specific regimen that you follow, or are you just trying to train those specific lifts, or?
I'm trying to train those lifts, so I'm used to it and I'm ready, and I'm training harder than the competition will be. Mm-hmm. So I just push myself. We'll just smoke ourselves on. We'll do do a carry event. So we'll carry a sandbag, mm-hmm. across, for 100 feet, drop it, and run over, pick up a sandbag, a keg, another sandbag, and they all go up and wait.
Okay.
As you pick them up. And they go okay, I'll pick up this 150-pound sandbag and this 200-pound keg, and then now this 250-pound sandbag, and try to press it over your head.
Yeah.
And that's one of the events is sandbag overhead press.
Okay.
And that's going to be brutal. I'm going to hate that event because it sucks already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's a little heavy. It's like the sandbag starts out at 250, and then the keg moves up to 270, and then the last sandbag's 270. And you have to press over your head. It's such an odd shape, and the sand moves around sometimes. So you're trying to get under it.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, because I don't train strongman, but like even like I own a fencing company, fence construction, and and we'll have like 80-pound concrete bags, and just like running those to the end of the fence line or something that's that's quite a bit on its own,
Oh yeah, you got probably hundreds of them too.
Yeah, yeah, but that's still nothing compared to like 270-pound sandbag.
Yeah. Oh, it's brutal. I have to do a 350-pound sandbag carry at my show in December. I'm competing at, and that's gonna be brutal.
Yeah, and
because you have to. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna ask that. So that I think you were about to explain, but that 350-pound bag, is that a time? Is that like you're trying to beat a certain time, or is that kind of how far is that?
You have to go down about 100 feet with it, but there is a time with it. I think you got 90 seconds on that event.
Okay.
Because it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you pick up that. You start out with a keg. You pick up a keg, run it down, and throw it over the bar. And I think the keg's about 280 to 300 pounds for me.
Yeah.
And then you run back down, pick up the sandbag, and carry it all the way down, and then throw it over the bar.
Yeah.
And the bar's like probably about, I think, 58 inches tall.
Okay.
I want to say. I have to look it up, but roughly about that.
Yeah. So almost 5 feet. Yeah. So. Yeah. That's crazy.
That's nuts. And you're like, oh shit. And then like the sandbag toss too. You're throwing sandbags over a bar, like keg toss.
Yeah.
Sandbags are a lot safer.
Yeah.
Throwing because the kegs, they bounce.
Yeah.
And I was at a show once, and these kegs, they use these rubber galvanized kegs, and it hit the ground, and they just ricochet. Oh. And the guy put down one of the promoters. He put down tires. And he's thinking it's going to help absorb the energy. No. They hit the tire, and they just go shooting into the crowd, and everyone's dodging them.
Oh my god!
This is bad.
Yeah.
This is a bad idea.
That's crazy.
No one got hurt.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've seen people like throw kegs over, the bar, and then like, it'll kind of bounce like a little bit, but it like hits them in the ankle or something, like that's still horrible.
That thing comes down with force too. Like,
yeah.
You're sitting up with all that energy, but guess what? That energy just comes right back down.
Yeah.
Like,
do you have like a specific lift that you'd consider your favorite?
I would probably say either the yoke or the Husafel.
The yoke or the what?
Husafel stone.
Oh, okay.
Husafel stone is like it's this famous rock in Iceland.
Yeah.
And you run around the sheep pit, and it's like a 401. It's like between 419 to 425 pounds. It varies on who you ask. But this is just ancient rock, and they used to use that for the door for the sheep pen.
Oh, okay.
And back in the day is like if you want to be considered as strong or full strong, they determine on like how much money you would make on the farm or on the fishing boat. So you pick up these different size rocks. And you can pick up the biggest one that's full shekel, that's full strong, or a full share. So you get paid more. And that's because you get to do more work. Yeah. And then half sugar is half strong or half share. And that means, you get paid half because you can only do half the work.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, they have that, and they have so that's my favorite because you pick it up and carry this stupid rock,
yeah,
and you run around with it, and I like that's my ultimate goal is actually going to these countries and picking up their lifting stones. Like Iceland has them, and then Scotland has them too. I think they're called Glockshire stones, manhood stones.
Yeah.
And that's how you get your right to become a man is you pick up this rock and set up on top of the pedestal.
Yeah.
Well, that's how the Atlas stones became the thing in World's Strongest Man.
Okay. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, I know Scotland has like several like throughout the nation, I don't remember what the heaviest one is, but I'd like to pick up at least one at some point.
Do it. I'm friends with a guy on Facebook that he does the tours and stuff. He wrote a book about all the rocks all around Scotland and it's so cool. And I want to go to Iceland too, and pick up those rocks because there's one called leg stake. It means tombstone.
Oh, yeah.
It's about a farmer. He made a bet with the devil and to pick up this rock. It's a 400-pound rock.
Yeah.
Well, he failed because he was lazy and we're on work hard. Mm-hmm. So that's why he failed. And there was a shaman in the area, and the shaman said if any man could pick up that rock and run it 100 times around his tombstone, his soul will be free. So I'm like, okay, that's my goal. Yeah. I want to pick up that rock and run it 100 times.
Yeah.
And it's like the circumference of the tombstone. It's like they said like 12 meters.
Okay.
So it's like 36 feet.
Yeah.
So I rounded it up to 40 feet. So like, okay, so I'm gonna have to move this stupid thing like 4,000 feet.
Yeah.
in one go and not put it down.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. Most anyone's ever done was 56 revolutions, and that's nuts.
Yeah. That's
crazy. Like, holy crap.
More than necessary.
Yeah.
Well, so you said you're working on bending the wrenches.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say that, are you meaning like trying to go up in size of the wrenches? Because I know they get thicker and stuff as they get bigger. I mean,
yeah. I want to do like a 12-inch wrench eventually.
Yeah.
When they get bigger, you get a little more leverage, but they do get thicker.
Yeah.
And they're harder. It gets a little harder, and but even the short ones, like this one is like this is a 6-inch, 6-inch wrench. So like that was hard trying to get the leverage and the power in on that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I sit down and just bend 60 nails for fun. Just sit there and bend them, and that helps with wrist strength.
Okay.
And that's one thing we need for bending is wrist strength.
Yeah.
But I want to get a little more proficient at doing more inches because it takes me about maybe a couple minutes to bend one.
Yeah.
And so if I can get down to maybe 30 seconds or less, then I can, show people in person. Because people get bored.
Sitting there for too long.
Yeah, because kid just fell over out here. Bending. So like current society, if something's lasting more than 30 seconds, people get bored.
Yeah.
People start pulling out their phones and they just don't pay attention, and it's just even old time strongmen before even cell phones were like invented. They even said like in the 70s, like people get bored, you have to do the stunt within a minute.
Yeah,
is how people get bored. So I think that there's a performing strongman. It's called that Mighty Atom. Said that.
Okay.
So he's just this little guy, but super strong.
Yeah.
He was able to drive nails through a board with his hand, and like I think he had his hair and stopped like a couple airplanes from taking off or something with his hair on his face.
Really?
I have to look it up. But yeah, the Mighty Atom. Look him up.
Yeah.
And his protege was the Slim the Hammer Man. They would take these sledgehammers, like 16-pound sledgehammer, and lower it down to his arm straight, and then lower it down to his forehead, tap his forehead with it, and raise it back up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
they'll put weights on them too.
Yeah, that's insane. Because I've got a 10-pound sledge, and I've never tried that, but that's a beast just to work with,
Oh yeah.
And so to be able to lower it, that's a lot of forearm and wrist strength right there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So like when I guess when you first started out, how did you first go about like strengthening your grip and your wrists and stuff?
When I first started doing strongman?
Yeah.
Let's see here. So like I was just doing your basic gym bro workouts, squats, bench. Didn't really know too much, I wish I knew like what I do now. When I first found out about strongman contest, I had 2 weeks to get ready for that contest.
Yeah.
So what I did was I went down to local gravel yard, rock yard, and I took one of my dad's old duffel bags, his army duffel bags.
Yeah.
And I put a bunch of garbage bags in it and then filled that sucker full of gravel.
Oh.
And that was a mistake because the gravel would poke out and tear up your arms and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'd practice carrying this thing and I don't know how much it weighed. It was just stupid heavy.
Yeah.
My car was laying to one side. I'd pull out on my lunch breaks and my 15-minute breaks for work. And I would pull that out and practice carrying that around the parking lot. And I worked at a gas station during that. And here in Oregon, you can't pump your own gas. So you have all these people waiting in line to get their gas pumped by us.
Yeah.
I'm on my break. I'm running around with this stupid heavy duffel bag.
Yeah.
It looks like there's body in it. And everyone's just kind of like, what's the guy doing?
Yeah.
Like, that's John. He's training for a strongman contest.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, grabbing like bars that are really thick is like how I train for like training my grip. Mm-hmm. Like axle bar, axle bars like 2 inches, maybe 2.25 inches thick. Mm-hmm. And the thicker, you pick up that thick bar, you actually will help your grip out a lot because it's um, trained how to pick up something bigger.
Yeah.
And was it? It wants to roll out of your hand too because it's round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have those like Iron Mind grippers, Captain Fresh grippers.
Oh yeah.
But those only help so much, and those like help. Like if you want to get good at grippers, that's how you get good at grippers. But it really doesn't train for other grip, strengthen your grip in other areas. Because you can practice like key pinch too. So you have your thumb and your index finger, you pinch something.
Yeah.
Weight and pick it up. And I did, I think, like 75 pounds like that.
Yeah.
Pinch.
Yeah.
That's that was hard.
Yeah.
And then they have like a nail pinch, and it's like little tiny nail, it's a little tiny round piece of round stock sticking out of this implement, and you grab that and you pinch that, and it's so hard trying to pick that up.
Yeah.
And because there's all kinds of different grip, implements out there. It's insane. My buddies are helping to post my I'll host a show with the bar deadlift thing. They're the couch potato strong guys. Look them up.
Okay, yeah, I follow them, I think.
Yeah, they have the golden potatoes.
Yeah.
Those things are cool. Yeah, I'm like, oh man, I wish I could bring up that idea. That's such a creative idea. It's so, like, it's simple, but it's like, it's an awesome idea. Like, it's a potato.
Yeah.
And that goes back to the old time of if your grip is strong, fresh, uncooked Idaho potato.
Oh.
With one hand. So
Okay.
if you can crush that with one hand, then your grip is strong.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been practicing on open soda cans too.
Oh.
Squeezing the soda can until it pops open.
Yeah. And you do some tearing stuff too for your shows that you put on, right? Like you tear cards or books or something?
Yeah, playing cards. I work on tearing decks of playing cards in half. People love watching that because you can't really find the phone books anymore. And,
yeah.
Your cell phone right now is your phone book. If I snap my cell phone in half, it's expensive.
Yeah.
So decks of cards. You tear the decks of cards in half, and then you quarter them too. So you tear it in half, and then you go and tear the other. You take that and you tear it in half again.
Yeah.
So you quarter them, and you just make confetti.
Yeah.
That's a cool. People love seeing that. I think people love seeing the crime more than us.
Oh yeah.
And it's actually easier than all the other spiel I've been, but people love seeing that. They think frying pan's being tough. It's actually pretty easy.
Yeah. It seems crazy, because I guess folding it in half seems hard enough, but to actually roll it, that seems more difficult.
Yeah, it just comes along with wrist technique and wrist strength.
Yeah.
For that, you have a certain technique and wrist you do, and sometimes the hands will bend the bow in the middle. So you're fighting against that bow, and you can't get past that because of the frying pan decides to bend in a different area.
Yeah,
that happens sometimes.
Yeah,
and then, scrolling steel I like doing.
Yeah.
Take the steel bar and you do it with it. You're bending in different shapes.
Yeah.
People have seen that too.
Yeah, that's cool. So you did touch on you said you do events for like policemen and firefighters, right?
I do volunteer work with
Okay.
with the police. I'm dropping off. I made a bunch of business cards.
Mm-hmm.
I go around town and I drop them off. And like for police and fire, hey, if you guys are doing a fundraiser, have to come down. I'll pull a fire truck, or I'll bend a bunch of stuff for you guys to help you raise some money. I'm working on that right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do volunteer work with them on their training. So I do active shooter training.
Okay.
So I'll act. I'll play the bad guy in the training.
Yeah.
And they have to come and get me. And either I'm a active shooter, or I'll play a terrorist in with the military, or it's called Op 4, opposing force.
Mm-hmm.
And so you play a bad guy in these scenarios. I've been doing that for 14 years.
Oh wow!
Now,
yeah,
since 2008. Yeah, I've been doing that. I couldn't really go in the military because it's just I couldn't really pass the ASVAB test. It took me. I took it like 13 times and couldn't pass it. I'm like, okay, there's got to be something else for me. This maybe not meant to be for me.
Yeah.
I still want to help somehow. And I found this group, and joined this group, and we go out and train. I've been going out a little less now because of just my training for strongman, and I need to focus on that.
Yeah.
Right now, but I want to get back out there because they'll give me a machine and a bunch of planes, and
yeah,
they're like, okay, just go make a lot of noise out there, okay?
Yeah.
Pop off rounds at them and sneak around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
Fun.
4 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when is that plane pool again for the Special Olympics fundraiser?
That's going to be September 10th.
Okay.
It's going to be at the Air Museum in McMinnville, Oregon.
Okay.
And this plane used to be it was a Gulfstream 2. It was a research plane for the for NASA.
Oh, okay.
So they trained the astronauts on how to. Actually, it was a trainer research plane. It had the same approach angles as the shuttle.
Okay.
So they have practiced landing that on a runway.
Yeah.
And so they have this plane out there, and they use it for their event.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, I really appreciate you being a guest on the show, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Appreciate it. It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever done anything like this, so I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry if I was rambling too much, or
No, man, you're awesome. It's good to show people, different aspects of the fitness community and what's possible out there. So.
Oh yeah. There's so many aspects of it. You got bodybuilding, you got strongman, you got CrossFit, grip sport, and so many different aspects and cultures.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so before I let you go, where's the best place for people to find you, like on social media?
So it's on ox dot strongman on Instagram is my Instagram tag, and I'm also on Facebook. Look me up by John Walch. I'm working on starting like maybe a YouTube and a TikTok.
Yeah,
we're doing the like scary strong stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. That's awesome. I'll make sure and put that information in the description on the show as well, just so people can find you. And if you don't mind sending me that link as well for the fundraiser.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll put that in the description, and I'd like to make a donation to that too. So
awesome, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it helps out those athletes so much, man.
Yeah,
I love helping working with Special Olympics because those are some strong athletes. They're good athletes. They're dedicated. People, I just hate how people like look down on them because they're disabilities, but I'm like, dude, they have abilities, not disabilities.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they're strong, smart people, you know. Like, they're great. Like after I got done pulling the airplane last year, I failed. I'm just feeling like, real bad that I failed. And this guy, this Special Olympian, just runs out and gives me the biggest hug.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I did.
Yeah. Because like we said before, like whether you fail or not, it's amazing, you know?
Yeah. You just got to keep trying. Never give up.
Yeah.
Never give up.
Exactly.
A chance to fail is a chance to learn. And when you fail, you learn and you come up with another plan to attack it. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, man. Well, we're all going to be rooting for you, man, and I'm going to be making sure to share all that stuff on the social media to keep up to date because I want to watch that plane pull for sure.
Oh hell yeah! I'll have video on it and stuff too, and I'll try to figure out how to do a live feed for it.
Yeah,
so,
I got you. All right, man. Well, once again, I really appreciate it, and then maybe you can come back on after the plane pull.
Yeah, sounds good, dude. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, dude. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right. Yeah, you have a good one. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye.